The mixtape all this week features the Gadget man himself, Matt Porter of Matt Porter Web Design, our regular Gadget man, now choosing tunes for us. Matt, great to see you.
And to you as well.
How are you, mate? All right?
I'm good, yeah, very good, thank you.
Good for you, yeah. Now, you're a man, of course, that we know now is very much involved in the latest technology and all of that. You regularly report for us on the latest by way of gadgetry and all that. Have you always been that guy?
For technology, I suppose I have, actually. When I was at school, I had a Commodore VIC-20 and learned to program on that, and that was interesting because the budget for that present was the Commodore VIC-20 on its own without the tape drive. So I would spend a lot of time programming and writing programs to do things, either leaving the VIC-20 switched on,
because if you switched it off, that was it.
Switch it off and it's gone forever,
Yeah.
So it was a good way of learning to program because you kind of had to memorise a lot of what you did or write it down, so that when you wanted to do it again, you had to retype it all in. So it was a painful thing.
I bet.
However, we're not talking about something like writing an equivalent to Microsoft Word. There was a very limited amount of memory in a VIC-20, so the programs were never that long, but it was still a good start.
So what was it? 10, print hello, 20, go to 10. That one.
With Commodores, it was poke 36879,22 or something.
That's right. Yeah. We'll talk more about this as the week goes by, but we want to find out more about the man himself. So, Matt Porter, who are you? Are you local? Because I don't get the sense you're not Suffolk born, are you?
I was born in Hitchin in Hertfordshire.
Hertfordshire?
Yeah. Okay. Of which I lived in that area for around 30, 32, 33 years.
Right. So what brought you to Suffolk then?
Then I met a young lady on an online dating site called Udate, which is long gone.
Yeah.
I met her on Udate and we got to know each other and fell in love, and I then sold my house in Bedfordshire at the time and moved to Ipswich to be with her.
Oh,
and then we got married and we had 2 children and we're still together.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
well, it's good to hear of an online success story because they can be frowned upon by some people.
Certainly, yeah. And this was, as usual, I have to jump into something right at the beginning of it.
Right, there you go.
But, it was good.
So you were one of the first, I reckon, then, because I no doubt you were...
that was
right at the
2002, 2003.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be early days.
Yeah.
That's got to be pioneering.
I'm pioneer when it comes to
pioneering romance. There you go.
So there you go. That's what brought me to Ipswich.
Your missus must have been on it as well, so I suspect she's a bit of a tech head as well.
She's not, actually. She's not massively... so she's not a tech head. She's not as enthusiastic as I am. But she does do... we run Matt Porter Web Design together, so she builds websites and things like that.
Ah, there you go.
Although she's not as deep down.
She won't go out and buy a gadget just because it's just been released by somebody.
Absolutely not. No, she's not interested.
Well, you and I will
do
that.
Her smartphone battery will last for days because she doesn't use it that much.
That's how you can tell, right?
Yeah,
that's how you can tell. When you moved to Suffolk, was there a concern with your technology mind that you're moving to a place that's not, shall we say, renowned for technology? It wasn't at the forefront, I guess.
I guess not. And what was more...
apart from BT, of course.
Risk, of course, we've got... it turns out I ended up having an office on that campus for a number of years, and it's a superb place. Right. And not many people know of what really, how vibrant a sort of technology community is.
It really is,
But when I came here, actually, I handed my notice in for my full-time job in Hertfordshire and sold my house, and I came here and started Matt Porter Web Design when I arrived, which was madness. I didn't know anybody, didn't know anyone in business, and it was maybe a daft move, but I'm still going.
But it worked out.
Eventually,
it worked out beautifully, so you're here for good. You're in the county for good. You've come here this week to choose some songs for us. You're going to start with the beloved, the Satellite Map. For what reason?
This was a peculiar thing. This track came out in 1996, and at that time I was house sitting for somebody in Stevenage, and during the time of house sitting was Euro 96, which was England played absolutely amazingly.
Yeah, it did.
It was one of the most fantastic tournaments I think I've ever
Gascoigne
seen.
goal. Come on.
Sheringham, Shearer, all the classic
we were supposed to win that, weren't we?
It was an amazing amazing tournament. But I was house sitting there, so obviously I remember watching the games in this person's living room, and then every time we scored, I think we played the Netherlands and beat them 4-1.
Yeah.
And every time we scored, I kept ringing my mate up and screaming down the phone at him. But at the time, they also had satellite TV with MTV there. And I was watching that and hadn't watched that before. And this particular video for Satellite by the Beloved came on. And it's quite memorable. If you ever watch it on YouTube, I think you probably can. It's quite a memorable video. Quite groundbreaking, I guess, and the song's fantastic as well. And I actually have contact vaguely with John Marsh, who's the singer of The Beloved.
Oh, right.
By being a member of the Beloved fan group on Facebook.
Fantastic.
He regularly posts on there, and it's quite geeky, I guess. But it's a great track, really good.